Settle down, everyone. Settle down. It is time to begin the meeting. You over there with the pet scrib, please take a seat. Good. Reporter, you may begin taking notes now that everyone is ready. It is currently the 18th of last seed, year 882 of the Second Era. The congregation consists of the reporter and the members of House Dagoth, including Dagoth Uranus, Dagoth Endus, Dagoth Gers, Dagoth Gilvoth, Dagoth Odros, Dagoth Turinul, Dagoth Uthol, and Dagoth Vemin, with Lord High Counselor Dagoth Ur presiding. Welcome all to the first summit of House Dagoth. These meetings are designed to help us understand what we all are fighting for and what we all are fighting against. As a reminder, our ultimate goal is to ensure the worship of Akulakan across Tamriel. How we will accomplish such a daunting task is what these gatherings will hopefully make clear. A wise Akaviri general once said, "If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles." I, Lord High Counselor Dagoth Ur, believe it is our responsibility to know our enemy just as much as we know ourselves. That is why we will be commencing every caucus with the blasphemous teachings of our nemesis, the false god Vivec. His 36 lessons are an excellent source of knowledge. They are utterly inspiring. I would not be here today if it were not for them. Oh, dear me. Forgive me, but I am enjoying this. Now, let us commence. I will read aloud to everyone so that at the very least your eyes will remain unharmed by the end of our meeting. Sermon 1. He was born in the ash among the Velothi Anon Kaimer before the war with the northern men. Ayem came first to the village of the Nechimen, and her shadow was that of Boethia, who was the prince of plots. And things unknown and known would fold themselves around her until they were like stars or the messages of stars. Ayem took a Nechiman's wife and said, "I am the face-snaked queen of the 3-in-1. In you is an image and a 7-syllable spell. Ayem Aeseti Ivek, which you will repeat to it until mystery comes." Then Ayem threw the Nechiman's wife into the ocean water, where dregs took her into castles of glass and coral. They gifted the Nechiman's wife with gills and milk fingers, changing her sex so that she might give birth to the image as an egg. There she stayed for 7 or 8 months. Then Set came to the Nechiman's wife and said, "I am the clockwork king of the 3-in-1. In you is an egg of my brother-sister, who possesses invisible knowledge of words and swords, which you shall nurture until the Hortator comes." And Set then extended his hands, and multitudes of homunculi came forth, each like a glimmering rope through the water, and they raised the Nechiman's wife back to the surface world and set her down on the shoals of Azura's coast. There she lay for 7 or 8 more months, caring for the egg knowledge by whispering to it the codes of Mephala and the prophecies of Veloth and even the forbidden teachings of Trinimac. 7 Daedra came to her one night, and each one gave to the egg new motions that could be achieved by certain movements of the bones. These are called the barons of move like this. Then an 8th Daedroth came, and he was a demi-prince, called Fanuit Hen, or the multiplier of motions known. And Fanuit Hen said, "Whom do you wait for?" To which the Nechiman's wife said, "The Hortator. Go to the land of the Induril in 3 months' time, for that is when war comes. I return now to haunt the warriors who fell and still wonder why. But first I show you this." Then the barons and the demi-prince joined together into a pillar of fighting styles, terrible to behold, and they danced before the egg and its learning image. "Look, little Vec, and find the face behind the splendor of my bladed carriage. For in it is delivered the unmixed conflict path, perfect in every way. What is its number? It is said the number is the number of birds that can nest in an ancient Tibrol tree, less 3 grams of honest work. But Vivec in his later years found a better one, and so gave this secret to his people. For I have crushed a world with my left hand, he will say. But in my right hand is how it could have won against me. Love is under my will only. The ending of the words is Om Sivi. My, what a mouthful of madness. It is rather astonishing what those who worship the false gods can interpret from such idiotic ramblings. Does anyone here have a clue what Vivec was trying to convey? No, me neither. Worry not. I will decipher this nonsense for you with my omniscience. Let's see. Not everything within this sermon is necessary information. In fact, little of it is of use to us. Simply put, the two other components of the tribunal, Almalexia and Sothasil, were involved with his conception in some form. As he was being nurtured by his mother, in an egg no less, a clique of Daedra taught Vivec an infinite quantity of techniques and counters to employ in combat. During his young life, he came to the conclusion that his split between the warrior and the poet were inescapable, despite his desires to be everything always. For our purposes, the fact that he is torn between benevolence and malevolence is of great importance. He is weak. His mortal half will be what will lead to his poetic end. After all, what use is his supposed combat prowess if he is unwilling to use it? Especially now that his power is waning. Vivec and his band of buffoons will not be worth their weight in salt by the time our influence reaches the mainland. I can see a few people here are becoming restless. Let us take a recess and ponder over a bit of Sujama. I'm a tad parched.